guns had fallen silent. The armies were disbanded. The blood of 600,000 Americans had soaked the soil of a nation that was, at last, won again. But peace did not mean healing. The war was over, yet the battle for the soul of America had only begun. After Lincoln's assassination, Andrew Johnson became president, a Southern Democrat who promised to carry out Lincoln's vision of unity. But Johnson's leniency toward the defeated South allowed old powers to return. In the shadows of burned courthouses and ruined plantations, a new kind of war began, fought not with bullets but with laws, intimidation, and hate. Reconstruction was meant to rebuild the South and secure freedom for the formerly enslaved. Congress established the Freedmen's Bureau, schools were built, and for the first time black men voted and held office. There was hope, real, trembling hope, that the promise of America might finally belong to everyone. But that hope came under attack. White supremacist groups like the Ku Klux Klan rose from the ashes of defeat, using terror to restore the old order. Southern states passed black codes, restricting freedom and labor, forcing freedmen into a new kind of bondage. In Washington, ideals collided with exhaustion. The North grew weary of the struggle. By 1877, the last federal troops withdrew from the South. Reconstruction ended, and with it, the brief light of racial progress faded into darkness. For nearly a century, the wounds of the Civil War remained open, visible in segregation, in poverty, in injustice. The dream Lincoln died for would be tested again and again, from Selma to Birmingham, from Montgomery to the March on Washington. And yet, through all of it, the promise survived. The Civil War did not end with surrender or assassination. It ended with an idea that freedom must belong to all, or it belongs to none. That democracy is fragile but worth fighting for. And that the past is never truly past. It lives within us, reminding us who we were and who we still strive to become. From the smoke of Fort Sumter to the quiet fields of Appomattox, America tore itself apart, and through unimaginable pain began to rebuild. The nation was divided, but the story of its reunion, imperfect, unfinished, and ongoing, remains one of history's greatest acts of endurance. This is the legacy of the Civil War. Not just the story of how America fell, but how, against all odds, it rose again.